apa page
சொல்லியிருக்காங்க நீங்கள் யாரும் கூடாங்க அந்த மாங்காய் இந்த சைடு வர சொல்லியிருக்காங்க
இப்போ வராங்கன்னு தெரியலையே என்னடா தேர்ட் ஃப்ளோரில் ஃபோன் தேர்ட் ஃப்ளோர் ரொம்ப நேரமாக நிற்கிது தேர்ட் ஃப்ளோரில் ரொம்ப நேரமாக நிற்கிது
ஷேக் கொஞ்ச நேரம் என்ன பண்ண பிடிக்கிறேன் close one.
வைஃபை இல்லை, வைஃபை வைஃபை
அவங்க சொன்னால தூக்கம் வருவாங்க கட் ஆயிடுச்சு லைவ்
வா என்னதான் என்ன இருக்குதா ஐயோ நான் மாட்டேன் வாட் பண்ணிடுவா ஏய் தம்பி உன் செல்போன் ஆஃப் ஆயிடுச்சு
இல்லை மேம், இல்லை மேம்,
உடஞ்சிட போதியா
இல்லை மேம், இல்லை மேம். மேம் வலி வந்து
வணக்கம் சார் உங்களை கேட்டுக்கிறாங்க
எங்களுக்கு நிறைய சர்ப்ரைஸ், என்ன நடக்குதுன்னு தெரியல.
அதை வச்சு செட்டிங்
Kindly raise.
विद्या विना
Thank you. Be seated. I invite Dr. Mary Elizabeth Nanabar, Associate Professor, Department of Biotechnology, to felicitate Professor T.S. Lokeshwari on the dais. Thank you.
Professor Dr. Lokeshwari, Dr. Venkachalam, Dr. Charles, Dr. Sumati, and all the faculty members who are assembled here, the students from biotechnology, the research scholars, and lots more. Today's event is something which I've been pushing for quite some time. And I know most of them, even Dr. Raghunath, when he was here, I just told him we should have a travel for him. I really don't know those faculties who were there with her during that time. They would have understood the amount of challenges we had to face. Most of the students, it was a different aspect and how they view things in a different way. But I know she stood firm. She brought the department and brought it out of a lot of crisis. And the way today biotech has grown, I think the full credit goes to Dr. Loki. She has been instrumental in a lot of aspects. Something which I've been always telling her and didn't find time was my passion for plant tissue culture. And that's what she's been doing so far. She has been churning a lot of undifferentiated cells. So many students who have passed out from this particular portal of biotechnology, of course, a lot of other interdisciplinary programs like genetics, bioinformatics, and all those departments who knocked the door of biotech. I'm sure they would have picked up a little bit of a tinge over a period of time. It was really amazing, man. I'm sure the meristem culture which you have established has churned a lot of differentiated progenies across the globe. And that's something which this particular college always would like to cherish. Ma'am, you have been really inspiring us, not only all the faculties, I'm sure all the students also. Starting from the undergraduate to the postgraduate to the doctoral students and lots more, even the postdoc students. Definitely this organization will be missing you. More than that, I think the faculty of biomedical science will be missing your presence. But still, sometimes it's always good to regenerate and find new fertile soils. And sometimes it is also really hard to say farewell. Quite often we are all emotionally struck, missing some important person from a particular organization. But it's part of the life cycle. Someday or the other, everybody has to retire. And I'm really happy to see the effort put in by the Department of Biotechnology. It's amazing. In fact, I've been telling them, tell me what's my role. And they said, no, everything is surprise. I was really surprised to see that Dr. Loki became a bride today on a car. And we were all there with you. And I was really thrilled. The newer generation, that's the importance of the newer generation, where they come up with so many sparks and the ideas of creativity. And I think that is what this life meant for. So I'd like to wish you the very best, man. And please be here with us. Please also, today the world is too small through the era of network. I think you can always come and inspire us. And I request the head of the department and also all the heads and the faculties to please utilize ma'am's service. She's already retired, but still she's part of us. Anytime we will call you ma'am for any program, please to come and motivate our next gen. And we'll be really honored to have you always on this particular campus. Ma'am, I'd like to wish you on behalf of all the faculty staff of the university, of the College of Biomedical Science and the other colleges, I'd like to wish you the very best. And thanks for joining us. I know you were not very for this particular program, but I've been pushing Dr. Charles. I was telling that we have to do something. Okay, so thanks for joining us, and your absence would have made a big vacuum over here if you're not here today. And I think there are a lot of people to say a lot of things for you. And I'd like to thank you for joining us today and wish you the very best for a happy retired life, and hopefully you could find more time with your family and cherish those moments also. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the kind words, sir. Now I invite all the dignitaries to cut the cake on this occasion to mark it evidently a sweet one.
Cut it up for everybody? Yes. Sure. Thank you, sir.
Music is an art that tunes our heart. Next we have an instrumental play over by Ms. Vaishnavi, Research Scholar, Department of Biotechnology, Srihar. Alumni, MSc Biotechnology, batch 2018-2020. She is a veena player, learning the skill for the past 12 years. Here she comes to play the veena and keep us engaged for the next few minutes.
Queen.
College building, currently where the Department of Education is located. The next thing, actually, Dr. Ganesh was at Trivandrum campus. Actually, in the year 2005, I didn't see the madam before that. I received an invitation that is appointed as an examiner for the biotechnology program. I was wondering why a person working in genetics should be appointed as an examiner for the biotechnology program. Then I traveled all the way from here to the Trivandrum. I think that was the first time I met Madam way back in 2005 March. That is how our interaction started. Then 2007. The department is relocated again from the Trivandrum campus to the G Block. That was the time we got an opportunity to interact all the present departments as an faculty of biomedical sciences, technology and research. That is the third floor, genetics was there, fourth floor, biotechnology, bioinformatics, as well as in biomedical sciences all were enjoying the facility together. Unfortunately, again, we have been asked to relocate to the medical college building, even though now we have into more space, but still we are in the two different wings, but I think still we are entering through the same gate, chances to meet each other. Okay. So that is how I had some personal interaction with the madam also. Then once she served for the department for longer time, she was asked to serve for the university as a capacity of associate controller of examinations. I think that was the time the university introduced the choice-based credit system. I think everybody will agree, including the university, that madam contributed immensely for the introduction of choice-based credit system. And she used to, I think, morning, I think many days I have seen her, morning 7:15 to 7:30, she used to take the department key. Then she used to open the department, working for the department for some time. Then she'll go to the COE office, from their academic office and then to the CBCS office. Like that whole days he used to walk into the different locations. Okay, so sometimes I used to feel jealous about her energy and walking into all the departments. Okay. Another thing I should admire Madam interest to learn the things. I think Madam will agree when we were the student or the research scholars, I think there was only one computer in the almost in any of the campus. Very rarely we used to get an opportunity given to touch the mouse. I think now if you enter into the CBCS office, Madam is in a position to take any information which you want related to the examination or the currently which students in which semester, how many courses he has to complete, all the information he is able to provide, not only for our faculty of biomedical sciences but for the entire university. So in that sense, we should appreciate Madam's eagerness to learn the newer technology, also her contribution to the university as a coordinator for the choice-based credit system. Then third one, as an in the controller office, I also had a chance to interact with the university examination as well as a joint entrance PhD online entrance examination, which is happening in the last 3 years by online. So we have to interact. I think the first time when we had a person from the service team from the Delhi, almost Madam used to run behind that fellow every time. I think that time we were using as a guinea pig for that fellow to learn all the activities. I think Madam was kind enough and patient enough to transfer all those technology with the confidence. Okay, because anything related to the CYE, which is the confidence is an important matter. I think that Madam is maintaining till date. So that sense really we are appreciating your effort, ma'am. Then as a professor in the department, I hear Madam used to be little strict. I think that also is essential because if there is in the absence of good master, I don't think we'll prosper in our life. So that sense, I think Madam has set a good example. Also, she is serving as the member of the, not a member, chairman of the safety committee. I think every month she used to walk it into our new building and ensure that we are all safe. Okay, without, I think there was one fire incident happened that I'm also, Madam is as a capacity that is a chairman of the safety committee. She used to help us for many things to keep the things in place. So with this few remarks and one personal comment, mostly Madam will not mistake me. Even to have a pen, most of the times she used to have a pen on her back. If you ask for the pen, if you are searching for the pen, I think she'll give the pen also. Okay, so that sense, I appreciate, learn a lot of things from the Madam experience. So on behalf of our faculty, I wish that Madam to have a healthy and happy life with their grandchildren. Thank you so much.
I don't know how many of you have seen the vision of the Faculty of Biomedical Science. It was written by a man. I didn't know from where she got the words, but it was an apt vision for our college. We always keep pounding that in several meetings.
Own the skills or domain.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you for the sweet words, sir. Now, we have a video gathering to be streamed, collected from the colleagues of Professor T.S. Lokeshwari. Let us hear out what they have shared for us.
Hello, greetings from Kochi. This is John Thomas. I have known Dr. Lokeshwari since 1989 when I joined Speak Science Foundation in Chennai. She was already working there in the tissue culture group led by Dr. T. Sridhar. When Dr. Sridhar left to join Jain delegation, Dr. Lokeshwari became the head of the tissue culture group. She and her group worked on a wide range of plants, mostly ornamentals and fruits. They developed protocols for the commercial division of SPIC and also for their own research activities. One noteworthy thing is that she always protected her colleagues with utmost care. She always looked at any problem with a scientific bent of mind and evolved science-based solutions. She was instrumental in developing a diagnostic test for BVTV, banana vegetative virus, something that got a DSIR award. I had the privilege of receiving the award from the then Minister Joshi in Delhi. This award also caught the attention of some international trade meet organizers. And again, I was the lucky one to present this technology to potential buyers in Paris. We had a coffee project supported by the Indo-French Council, and we worked together on that. Our collaborator was my friend, Dr. Alexander Nikochko, a gem of a person. Both I and Dr. Loki got a chance to visit his lab on separate occasions, and we published a paper together, which is even today referred to by coffee researchers. We also went on a trip to the coffee estates of Chikmagalur area of Karnataka. An unforgettable experience in the Katlekhan estate that used to belong to SPIC and was later procured by the Cafe Coffee Day group, where we have planted some of our tissue culture plants of coffee. Since 1989, when we first met, she has been helping me in various research and related endeavors. And even today, she helps me to organize the Dr. Joseph Thomas Memorial Lecture at IIT Madras every year. Other than science, she is remembered for the lovely lunches that she used to bring from home and share with her friends and colleagues. She is someone who cannot sit idle, so I am not sure how she is going to handle retirement. I wish her the best of times. Take this occasion, I wish to tell Dr. Loki to take this occasion to do all the things that you always wanted to do, but could not because of your very tight schedule. May your days be filled with protective activities, and I wish you good health and happiness. Bye.
Hi, Loki Mam. I've known you since 1995, when I joined Science Foundation to work under Dr. George for pursuing my PhD studies. I would like to tell you how much you have positively impacted my time at SSF. You've been a great support and well-wisher right through my initial years and later as a member of my thesis committee. You know, one of the great qualities you have is your smile and quick wit, which I've always admired. So keep smiling. Today, I would like to wish you a happy, long, peaceful, and healthy retired life. So here's wishing you all the best. Please take care and God bless. Bye.
Hi Loki, Bonnie here. Enjoy life with family. Best wishes, and hope you have a very nice, peaceful and content life ahead. I think I should congratulate on your retirement and stay well.
Loki Mam, you are a true inspiration to me, and I am very grateful for everything that you have done for me, even though I was technically never your student. Congratulations, Ma'am, and wishing you all happiness in the future and a peaceful retired life. My best wishes for this new chapter. Thank you. Bye.
Hope you relive the moments now. Now I invite Dr. Charles Emmanuel Jabaraj, Professor and Head, Department of Biotechnology, to speak few lines.
So good morning to one and all who are gathered here for this farewell function of Professor Loki. And this moment's a little emotional for me too. Like how Professor Loki would feel, the same thing I would also feel. The reason behind this, she was the first, I would rather call, she was the first boss for me in 2003, because 1999, way back when we came to this campus, when we were first located in what is academic office today. That was the place where we were located with Professor Ganesha Yogeshwar. And that was the place where biotechnology got initiated. So from that place onwards, later in 1.5 years, when we moved to a new campus at Tiruvannur, in later part of 2000, we were asked to establish a program over there. So that was the initial part, and later, after a few months, 2 other faculties joined. One was Professor Mohan Raj, today he is a FDA scientist, and another person was I don't remember that person's name now. Huh?
Ramesh.
Dr. Ramesh was much later. I'm not getting the name. And 2 of us, along with one research assistant, Yashoda. So we were actually working on the program. And that time, Professor Ganesha Yogeshwar was head of the department. And for some reasons, he had to be relieved. And in 2003, in the month of October, Madam joined us. So this is how our journey started. And before she joined, I remember she actually came there one day, and she was introducing herself and talking to me. At that time, I remember she opted for academics rather than going to an industry, because she had another option of going to industry from Speak Science Foundation. When Speak Science Foundation, suddenly the management of them, they shifted her lab to Tuticorin. So at that point, she opted our campus, and she wanted to do academics. So that is how Loki Madam started with us in Tiruvannur in 2003. So after that, we had very wonderful moments. The next year, during that initial period, Professor Salman Pal was taking care. It's something like remotely he was operating us from the main campus. So we were working under the remote of Professor Salman Pal. And 1 year later, Professor Lokeshwari became the HOD. So, and after that, her interest was, or I would not call it as an interest, her passion was tissue culture. As you have all heard about Dr. George Thomas saying that she had a passion towards tissue culture right from Speak Science Foundation. So that passion she wanted to develop in our department at biotechnology. So she did a wonderful setting up of the lab there. And we were a very small family there with very few members. We started, and that time we had the second batch of students with us, second batch of MSc Biotechnology. So that is how what started as a very small initiative and gathering. Today it has blossomed, and today we can see the fruits of it. So at that point of time, she was also interested in coffee culture. So she had an award, and she traveled to Europe at that time. After 2 years, she traveled to Europe, and she got a further training over there in Europe. especially for this Indo-French project in for coffee culture, coffee dish culture. So after that, many wonderful students were there at that point of time. She used to nurture them in all possible ways, and I would really appreciate what you call, I would even go further, like a motherly affection she used to give her students, and we all used to see that during those days at Tiruvannur. And after about 1.5 years, Professor Raghunath, who was heading the bioinformatics, he was asked to move to that campus. And in 2004, bioinformatics program was launched. So after 3 years, they were there. And of course, these two departments enjoyed that whole serenity and the beautiful place, the campus there. And of course, there are a lot of administrative problems, so we were shuttling between Tiruvannur and Oru campus. And most of the shuttle, either myself or Professor Loki used to do, in spite of our extended working hours. So at that time also, I am just reminded about Professor Venkatachalam when he was saying that morning 7:30 she used to have the keys, opening the department. The same thing she was doing it in Tiruvannur also, because she was a person who was nearby to the campus. She was staying at Kotupuram at that time, and therefore she used to be the first person to actually open the department. At least here we are blessed with doors, wooden doors or aluminium doors. There it is near a shutter. Okay, so our department, I'm not putting my department down, but that is how we operated. Okay, so with all our energy.
She found all the energy to lift the shutter.
Yes, yes. So that is how it started, and we were there in the initial days. Really good days and really fantastic students. Now both of us could see how the students at that time, how they have settled now in very good positions around the globe. So those are all very moments which we cannot forget in our lifetime. So that is how it went. And in 2007, again we had a shift. So that was actually the third shifting, because initially when I was here in 99, we established the department in a very small way. And after that we have to move to Tiruvannur to establish a department. And in Tiruvannur we also built another building over there. Initially only one building was there, and later the management was so supportive, they wanted to have one more building for us, because they also added bioinformatics to us, so we had to expand over there. And some of the alumni from there also, they are here, because I would like to recall Dr. Deepa today. In 2004, she was there as a MSc Biotech student, and later she moved to genetics. So that is how I could remember Dr. Deepa. And so those are very moments which I will never forget, and Madam will never forget those days. So after that, the next shift was from Tiruvannur back to the campus in the G block. Again, it was a very major shift. So we did that very patiently, because we need to hire a lot of transport and we have to come back here. And the third place, and there again we had very good moments. Of course, during that time I had to take a break because I got a fellowship, an international fellowship, and so sponsored by ICMR. So I had to go to Stanford for that year in 2010 and carry on with my research. So that was a very good break for me, a rejuvenating break. And later in 2011, when I was back here, we were asked to move from that place to another place. Okay, that place was today what we have it as EHE. environmental health engineering. So there was another shift. See, every shift, both of us used to plan so vigorously, going to that place and planning what should come there. Okay, and what are the modifications has to be carried there. So that's how it worked, and so really that was a very good experience. Of course, because I moved from a different place to Ramchandra, so that itself is a very big challenge. So every 4 years or 5 years, we met the challenges. So that was the 4th place, and finally from there in 2016 we had to move to our present place, that is the 2nd and 3rd floor of the D block of Medical College. So with all this journey, Madam was with me, and I will never forget her. And it's not just forgetting, in every step she used to encourage me with the best of things, and also and in the last few years she was, even though after coming down to this new place I was asked to take the headship, the last few years she was fully supporting with teaching students, not only teaching students but also helping them with the research projects until the COVID period, that is before the 2020 until 2019. She was also guiding our PG students for the projects. Only in the COVID and post-COVID she was not able to. And so really she had a very good facility developed on her name as plant tissue culture. Right from day one, even yesterday I had some photographs. Very lately only I got those photographs. And those photographs I was just seeing how tissue culture she developed at Tirvanur. So that Tirvanur facility with tissue culture was a very fantastic facility. And later how we moved to G block, and again what we did there, and finally here. So with all this journey, I was with her, and now I don't know how to express. Maybe the journey will keep going, but it's something like we travel on a journey and we encounter different stations or chapters. So now at this point, it's time for her to take some break, as Boni was mentioning. It's a break for her to release her moments, because she didn't have a private space so long. Okay, so this is a time for her to actually have this private space, and with the family, with the grandchild especially. And but always, Madam, I would be saying Madam as very protective, very energetic, as many of what I was thinking Professor Venkatachalam has already shared. So she was, right in the morning she used to come here with the keys, open the department. For some time she'll be here, and after that she will move on to the controller's office. Again she used to start her work there, and after that she'll be moving to other offices, CBCS and so on. One thing I would like to mention before I close is, in 2015, when UGC implemented the choice-based credit system, she was the first person to raise up to introduce that choice-based credit system to our place, to our university. So with the introduction of this choice-based credit system, she had a very good administrative thing in controller's office. She took everything on her shoulder regarding choice-based credit system. And today, what is CBCS? It is because of Professor Loki. So no one can deny that. Okay, so whatever she did for the department, that is on one side. Now what I am sharing is what she did for the university. So as Associate Controller of Exams, she did a wonderful job, and I take this time to, I'm not a very senior person, I'm just a bless her on this occasion, as well as my prayers for her well-being, And whenever we wanted her, we will definitely approach you, madam, for whatever service. So kindly adjust your timings, and whenever needed, please do help us with your expertise. And before closing, I would like to take this time to thank my team, because when few days before, when I wanted this program, when they came and approached me for this, I said this has to be done, because I also regret we couldn't make such a good function for Professor Raghunath, who also traveled with us almost for about 18 years with us. So we couldn't make it, and we also felt, as Professor Solomon, our principal, was saying about it, really felt a little bad about it. But so I take my, yes, definitely, sir. So I take my time finally to thank my team, because this function would not have been made possible without my team, Professor Arun, Professor Elizabeth, Benedict Paul sir, and Kumar sir, Ilavarsi madam was running between departments, running between buildings to get this program organized. So I take this time to thank all these wonderful staff members, and lastly I would like to thank Dr. Magesh for excellently coordinating many of the events, especially the catering events by Dr. Magesh. And before I conclude with just my faculty, my students have done a lot of job. So one great applause to my students. When I say my students, it doesn't mean only my postgraduate students, since biotechnology is known only for master's program. It doesn't confine with my PG, my research scholars, as well as my undergraduate students, and very importantly, my alumni. My alumni who have come here all the way to actually give the finest moments to Professor Lokeshwari. I would like to thank them, and once again I thank you all for this wonderful team effort, and I believe that such team effort would be given to the forthcoming events also. Thank you all, and I wish the very best, and my prayers to Professor Lokeshwari. Thank you. Yes, sir.
She is a lady who can move mountain. She got Leh from Leh to Chennai. Especially to Ramachandra.
He is a Hercules for us. He is a Hercules for us who initiated what you call very rare family of tissue culture material from Leh to Chennai, and she started that culture in our department. So without her initiative, whatever we had from Leh, this tissue culture would not have been possible what is today. Thank you, madam. Thanks for all your efforts.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Next, we have a classical dance performance by Mrs. Divya, alumni Sriraam. Mrs. Divya passed out MSc Biotechnology in the year 2015 as the best outgoing student. Currently, she is working as a research fellow in Vision Research Foundation. Holds the Natya Tilakam and the Yatna Pratibha Award to her credit. Welcome, Mrs. Divya. The stage is yours. I invite Dr. Sumati, Professor and Head, Department of Biomedical Sciences, to say a few words.
Good morning to you all. Thanks for the opportunity to share some of my views. The previous speakers, the principal and the heads, have already spoken so much about MAM. So I don't think I have much to repeat on the same. But there are few things which I have observed and surprised many times. The one thing which I have noticed with MAM is her simplicity. That everyone would have noticed. She is always the same. Wherever, whenever she comes to the places, she is the same. She doesn't bother about her looking, but she bothers only about what she is focusing on. A great salute to you, ma'am. The other thing which I have surprised is her dedication. Because the dedication nobody can force on anybody. It has to come from within. It's something very important. As a teacher, I could see her at 8 o'clock class. The previous night, she would have sent mail regarding CBCS or some kind of examinership mail or something or the other. Maybe at midnight, 1 o'clock, if you have seen her mail timings. But 8 o'clock, I could see her. At 7:55, she'll be opening the classroom before the students. It's really surprising. And ma'am come with the lunch bag with the nutritious food. I have seen because ma'am, I have associated with ma'am from 2010.
I was surprised to see her eat the cake.
Probably to make us happy, sir. So, in 2010, actually, we were working under the headship of ma'am, when Solomon sir was taking some leave. So that was the time we had an opportunity to work with ma'am. And that was the time the first summer research fellowship was introduced at that time, and ma'am encouraged us to apply for the same. There was only one student from Biomedical Science department, and of course it was given. And ma'am was very instrumental and encouraged us to apply. Now I'm happy to see there are a lot of students who are getting that fellowship, and many more publications are coming up. Thanks for that encouragement and motivation, ma'am. So that is how ma'am is so dedicated to see her in the classroom, and she'll be there in the department for some time, and if you see her in controller office for some time, the next minute she'll be there in CBCS office, and with a small diary and note and a pen with the 4 or 5 other faculty, she'll come for safety rounds. Definitely no, some kind of fear I will have all the time. Because ma'am will correctly pointed out one electrical wire hanging somewhere that we wouldn't have noticed. Ma'am correctly will identify and she'll take a note. Next time when the mail comes, really, I have noticed that a lot of points in various floors, in various departments. It's something very amazing. How come a single lady working like this on a tremendous many things? It's really, ma'am, we salute that dedication that you have shown in all aspects, whether it is academics or administration. Everything she has wholeheartedly contributed. She sacrificed her time. That's what I would say. Sometimes we used to relax, but I don't know whether you relax, because you leave at 8 o'clock from campus. I have seen you. So something which is very amazing. I don't think anyone can replace that place, ma'am. In future, we are going to have a great emptiness in the campus. So, on behalf of everyone, may I take the privilege also
and request you to give a standing ovation to ma'am so that thank you so much, ma'am, for all your contribution. And I think it is for having a relaxed time with your family. They need you more, your love, your presence, and your guidance for your grandchildren. So, on behalf of everyone, I wish you and pray for your good health and peace of life. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. The kind-hearted people who missed to make their presence today has connected with us now through Google Meet. Let's listen to their words.
Krishna first connect பண்ணிடுங்க. Lavanya. Yeah. Connect Krishna first. Krishna connect for that is on.
It was very wonderful.
I don't know, I think so, but there might be some I don't track delay in that. I don't know, I think so, but there might be some I don't track delay in that.
is very helpful because we should recognize that music so long as we are one of the you already finished, or is it my turn now? Go ahead. The light is clear. Go ahead, fresh. Hello. Loki Mam, hello.
Yes.
I'm back.
Why you calling me? You're not even in there. Hi, Suresh.
Yes.
But we are able to hear you. You go ahead and talk. You go ahead and talk. Yeah, you want me to put the speaker on the mobile? Go ahead. You're clear here.
Yeah, that's perfect. Hello, Loki Mam. Hello, Mam. So we wish you all the best for your
but I know how much things, and without you, I don't know whether I will stand this stage or not. But thank you so much for your guidance. Thank you so much for supporting me, and I wish you happy retirement. Thank you.
Thanks for the nice product. That was really good, girl. Thank you. Yes, sure, I can do that. Hi, Loki Mam, how are you doing? I would say you are too young to retire. Actually, I'm seeing live right now, and there is no change in you. I was a master's student 2005 to 7, and how you were and you are same. There is no change at all. So that's why I'm saying you are too young to retire, and many students like me needs you. But still, you have done everything for us, and now it's time for you to lead the way you want to be during your retirement. So I want to share some of the incidents, memories I have with SRMC and Loki Mam. I joined SRMC. I got actually to UK for my masters, but I wrote an entrance for SRMC because my friend Libin, who was my senior, and Meera, we used to be there, and Ujjwal, who is also in this call, me and himself want to join the same college. And when we wrote, we got the seat and we joined. And the first impression I was told by our seniors is, be careful, very much. Be careful with HOD man, very serious, and don't get into trouble. So I was very scared initially, just to go and talk to them. But slowly, when I observed the way, ma'am used to teach us, the dedication and the care you used to give to all of us, I think in the first 2 months itself, after that, I was so comfortable talking to you, and you led me in the right direction. I still remember a lot of things. For example, even today, when you open the distill bottle cap to refill it, don't put the latest products the table. It contaminates, right? And somebody in our lab had done that and made us write that 100 times. I would never again. Even now, and during my postdoc again, even when I was refilling, I used to remember you. Another part is petri dishes. So I asked you one question. Everybody open the petri dish and keep it this way, but I prefer to put this way. And I asked you which is the right way to do it. And you supported me. You told maybe this way is correct because when you put it back, only the rim which is touching the bottom, but it is outside the petri dish, so less contamination. If you put it this way, if your hands are moving on in the food, maybe there's some contamination. When you close it, it is actually going inside. So this one actually, I even till today, I follow the same. And every time somebody else do it the other way, I'm like, yeah, I remember you. So there are many, not just these two. I have limited time, so I want to share some more stuff, like the syllabus. SRMC, we had 4 subjects and every semester, and everything is associated with practical examination. And that helped us a lot in securing even Ujjwal, right? GATE, we could qualify, JNU, lot of competitive exams we qualified. And then it took me like even PhD for Germany, PhD entrance exams, all this. And that strong foundation is very important if a person wants to pursue further studies, and that we received it in your department. And we are, I'm very thankful for that. And also, you gave me like, amazing records when I got into the PhD program in Germany. And not only that, before that NCPS, I have received a records from you, Charles sir, everybody. So there are lot more memories. It's been what, 15 years now, 17 years now. It's been 17 years. I still feel the memories are so fresh in my mind. The experience. We were the last batch in Tiruvannamalur campus. We all packed together each and every Petri dish campus. And then also I want to say, you played a major role in many people's lives in education, and SRFC students are all over. I saw Solomon sir, Venkachalam sir also in the, along with Charles sir in the meeting, but remaining others I couldn't recognize because everybody is wearing face masks. I will tell you some of the students whom I came across. When I came to US, one postdoc was coming from India. I was helping her. I picked her up from the airport. Got her. I found a room for her and kept her there. And then her friend calls because she gave my number. Her friend calls me and says if that girl has arrived properly and everything. And we were talking and she asked me, where are you from? Where did you do your masters? I told her I'm from Sri Ramchandra Medical College. She said, what is your name again? I said, Krishna Vallavaneni. Oh, Krishna sir, do you recognize me? I'm like, I don't know, who is this? She said, my name is Supriya Sinha. I'm 3 years junior to you. You came and gave us a talk and I recognize you. I'm like, okay, that's like 15 years later actually. And here my kid, I have a 2-year-old and a 7-year-old. My 2-year-old goes to a daycare. One day I saw one person and she recognized me and I recognized her. Her name is Gayatri Mahadevan. She is 3 years or 2 years junior to me. And her kid is 6 months junior to my kid. And they go to the same daycare and she lives in my neighborhood actually here, right now. Another SRMC product. In Indian grocery store, one person came and spoke to me, and her name is Sakhi Abraham. She is Solomon sir's student from human genetics. She lives here, like 2 miles away from me. So our SRMC students are all over. And initially when the meeting started, Sam Kurvilla, he was my senior in NCBS when I joined NCBS. So, all these, very good students who are all over the world, they all, we all are very lucky to have you as our teacher. And that's why I never forgot you, or I will never forget. You see, last 17 years, right? 2007, 15 years. Last 15 years, I never missed wishing you a happy Teacher's Day. Either I call you or I email if I'm traveling. So, that's the level of respect we all maintain and we all love you. Thank you so much, ma'am. And Charles, thank you for giving me this opportunity, and sharing the link and details, everything. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Hi and hello everyone. As you mentioned, I'm Ujjwal. I'm currently working as a biocharacterization specialist at Dr. Reddy's. Few of the points which Dr. Krishna already covered, I second most of the incidents or the teachings, learnings which we got from Dr. Loki Mam. I had actually listed down similar points, but I second the thought and the way Krishna had put it forward about Dr. Loki Mam. As I understand, we have gathered to bid farewell to our very own pillar who actually started the biotech or biomedical sciences department at SRMC. Like Krishna already mentioned, we joined together, and I joined SRMC in 2005 along with Krishna, with the support of their guidance and our thought process of joining to the best college irrespective of the available options that time, abroad options or the other university options. We specifically chose the university, and we also heard a lot about Dr. Loki Mam from Livin and Veena. And then, we know her since 2005, and the experience from 2005 to 7 has been the most memorable thing across my life post my masters till date where I'm working at Dr. Reddy's. There were several incidents, I'm sure Loki Mam remembers. There were several incidents where the proper guidance to the next level of career was given to me along with my friends like Livin and Krishna. It was Dr. Loki Mam who supported me for every step, what is the best to do to go to the next step, and how do I shape my career, shape future. I'm sure most of the students in this forum who is already there in the YouTube live, and already people might be listening across the globe, I'm sure they also experience the same. I just say only one thing. A lot of things I have, but I would say, for me, she is one of the key reasons for me to be at this stage of my life, both professionally as well as personally, where I am now. It actually gives me an immense pleasure, to respect, appreciate, and reiterate on the facts that our strategies of teaching, the team building activities. I don't want to miss mentioning. I don't know if other batch members, I'm sure they might have also got experience. The kind of team building activities which we got, it is more of a going at least a trip outside. Remember the Kerala trip where Charles sir and Dr. Loki Mam personally took care of the plan and execution. I remember it was 2 to 3 day trip. It was the beautiful first trip in my entire life. How to enjoy your life apart from the teachings and classes, practical knowledge, everything. Apart from that, there was more of a learning, both professional as well as personal, and more socializing, soft skills, and several. To mention, there will be a lot actually. Along with Loki Mam, the entire staff of SRMC used to encourage each student, or in fact all the students, to attend the seminars, workshops, CME programs, post completing the MSc as well. I remember a couple of CMEs we had attended, and we were part of those CME programs as well. And one very important critical teaching style with Dr. Loki Mam is her teaching skill and style was more not just with the existing book, but with the updated information during the class. That was very inspiring, and make us go towards a research career than any other professional career, I would say. Her support to make us learn every aspect of the skill set what I have to shape my future is the reason is Dr. Loki Mam. You know, not to leave that important note. My career started with the reference of Dr. Loki Mam there. She guided me to join a startup company which was in Hooghly. You know, that is when I started my career way back in 2007, and right now I'm at Dr. Reddy's with a very reputed position. You know, she was the generous and modest teacher which I came across. So Krishna mentioned some incidents of holding the petri dish, holding the aseptic conditions, how we do. I don't know if our batch members are in this forum. Very test tubes and the plastic wares which were given to us, and without realizing the importance of that solvent extract, we washed away the contents which were there in the test tubes. You can imagine the kind of anger which ma'am showed it to us, not because of the loss of the sample. I mean, that was also a main reason, but the students which did not know the importance of that extract which we had made ourselves. I don't want to go with the episode of how we had to go to the Tiruvanmiyur campus HOD room. How we used to, we had conveyed the mistake, how valid or invalid it was. This is one example. This incident made us think twice before we do something, irrespective of a small thing or a bigger thing. Either it is going to cause a mistake, it will be a mistake or a good thing or a bad thing. We need to do a think twice before you do something in our day-to-day activities. That is what the key line which I learned from that episode. It is still, it is also a good learning as well as a nightmare, I could say. But it was very, very required episode which happened in my MSc career. There are a lot of more incidents. There's a simple thing which I actually have the tube here. Sorry, I'm not having gloves in hand, but the way you hold the tube also matters how aseptic the technique will be and the output of your experiment would be. So like this, there are several beautiful experiences during my college days. Like I mentioned, both professionally and personally. During the 2 years tenure and post MSc also, every step I still remember. So whenever I used to call ma'am's home landline number, thanks to ma'am's sister as well. Where she also used to inspire me with personal, inputs, how to be, how not to be, how you have to take life very casually without not losing the seriousness about the gist of the life. There are a lot of things. If I have to start having a whole day, and the forum will be my dayas. The respect and the gratitude towards ma'am is going to be there with me in my heart and all our students' heart till our or my end of life. I just wish ma'am a very peaceful and healthy and happy future ahead. One last point which I would tell is I would end by saying one thing. I wish the future students or the current students who are going to miss the teaching skills and the strategies and which will shape your future. You are the semi-unlucky, I would say, because why I said, because you have more teachers who are, I'm sure they are doing at par with Dr. Loki Mam's, but yeah, you're going to miss Mam's way of teaching for sure. We were glad to be part of the batch of students where, if I remember, we were third batch of students, yeah. That's all from my end. I mean, sorry to take time. I mean, in the interest of time, I will end my note. Thank you. Yes.
I thank everyone for their patience. I invite Dr. Abhinand, lecturer, Department of Bioinformatics, to speak few words.
Good morning to one and all. It's a proud privilege to be a part of this event and being given an opportunity to talk about my beloved Loki Mam. So I met Loki Mam long ago in 2008 when I first came to Ramchandra to seek admission in the MSc Bioinformatics program. And the Control of Examination Office needed a consent letter not only from my HOD Dr. P. Raghunath, but they also wanted a letter from both Loki Mam and Solomon sir, because I'll be attending the practical classes in their department. And both of them gave that letter without an ounce of thinking, and I became a part of this fraternity. And I'm here now, and I think I'm going to be here for a long time. And I owe that to both of you. Thank you so much. And when I first came to Ramchandra, Mam was like, why did you choose bioinformatics? And I learned a lot of nonsense from science fiction movies. And but that did not make Mam to demotivate me. She did encourage whatever theories I had to say back then. And Mam is somebody who has always been keen on learning. And I've always been fascinated by that. I'll give you an example. Back in 2010, when I was a second year MSc student, the MSc Biotechnology students had this bioinformatics paper, and Mam had arranged somebody from Madras University to come and teach them programming. I think the language was Fortran. And I had a lot of friends in the class, so during the lunch break, I would be standing outside the class and waving my hand, come out, let's go for lunch. And then I realized that Mam was also sitting inside the class. She was taking notes, she was learning Fortran. I think she would have been into her 50s by then, but that did not stop her from trying to learn something new even at that age. That really fascinated me and made me learn that I should also be such a learner in the future. And after Mam became the additional controller of the examination, she was the first one. After I became a faculty here, she was the first person who encouraged me, saying that I can also do paper evaluation like everybody else. She made sure that I got the chance to be evaluated like every other faculty. And that was a big motivation to me. That was a big encouragement to me. Thank you so much, Mam. You have been an immense source of support, love, motivation all through the years. Unfortunately, I've never been your direct student at any point, but I had the pleasure of attending a few classes under Mam. I would never forget her photosynthesis classes. She would go on and on talking about photosynthesis, and Mam's knowledge about basic. I would rather be a could be if I could not be an R, because could be is a baby who's reaching for the stars. A mighty guiding star in my life. Thank you so much, Mam. You have been a star in a lot of people's lives. Continue being so, Mam. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mam. I will miss you, Mam.
Thank you, sir. Now, we have a video to be played as a flashback of the lighter moments. many women. To address the meritorious roles and positions held by Professor T.S. Lokeshwari, I invite Mrs. Evangeline Christie, Research Scholar, Department of Biotechnology, Srinagar.
Respected dignitaries, members of faculties, non-teaching staffs, and students, warm greetings to all. I am thankful for the given opportunity to speak about the relentless contributions and remarkable achievements and accomplishments of a dear professor. I would like to start with a note. A woman with a voice is by definition a strong woman, but the search to find that voice can be remarkably difficult. And such strong voice of our institution is Professor T.S. Lokeshwari, Associate Controller of Examinations and former Head Department of and title is Professor in the year 2007, Associate Controller of Examinations since 2016. I am profusely elated to announce the scientific achievements of Professor T.S. You have made us all proud of your distinguished work in numerous capacities. To mention a few, first report of the occurrence of banana white bacterial pathogen in India, reported the presence of a blast fungal inhibitory compound in rice peas as a PhD research, transfer protocols for multiplication of ornamental flowers, zebras, orchids, pollinia to commercial industry, optimization of tissue culture protocol development for 23 different crops, multiplication of medicinal plants like Centella, Bacopa, Scoparis for the first time in India. Associate Controller of Examinations, Srihar, member of several bodies at Srihar, Institutional Ethics Committee, Brilliance Committee, Women's Advancement Center, City India Program, IQAC Core Committee. Member of Board of Studies, practiced 3 colleges and several PG and UG courses, external examiner for 10 colleges, PhD DC member for 3 universities, and she was awarded the 10-year service award for employees in 2013 on Founders Day at Srihar. Research Recognition Award for International Publication with Impact Factor greater than 3.334 by Srihar on Founders Day 2014. Professor TSL has also received as grants as principal investigator in 5 projects including the DRDO and the DPT, and is renowned publication in almost 20 referred international journals. Invite to comments, international newsletters, more than 20 presentations at national and international conferences. You have always been an inspiration, ma'am, and we assure you together we will build upon the great legacy you're leaving behind. May you have a new chapter ahead of you with all our heart and with all the blessings of all present here. I wish you a content and joyous retired life. Thank you.
traffic organizers and a lot of others that should never find me. Because I know a lot of teachers did. And you did. Thank you. Because that is how I teach now. I will teach science. And it is a major part of me and my teaching style now. Thanks to you. You have always encouraged that in science. And it is a major part of me and my teaching style now. Thanks to you. You have always encouraged that in me. I did my MA and I hope to do my PhD in that. So thank you so much. I hope when you go home today, I want you to go with the contentment that you have touched so many beautiful lives. You have made us so qualified, wonderful human beings, and we will never say to you that. Please wear a beautiful smile today because you deserve it. Thank you so much. We are very, very grateful to have learned under your tutelage. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful time. Fare thee well. Thank you, ma'am.
PhD முடிச்சதுக்கப்புறம் சென்னையிலேயே ஹைடெக்கில் வந்து சீனியர் மாலிகுலர் பயாலஜிஸ்ட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் பெங்களூரில் ரிசர்ச் சயின்டிஸ்ட் இன் சென்ட் ஜான்ஸ் ரிசர்ச் இன்ஸ்டியூட்டில் ஏன் நான் எவ்வளோ டீட்டெயில்ஸ்லாம் சொல்கிறேன் அப்படின்னு சொன்னால் என்னுடைய அம்மாவுக்கு வந்து சிவானந்தன் ஆர்என் பிஹெச்டி டாக்டர் சிவானந்தன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி கேட்குறதுக்கு பார்க்குறதுக்கு எல்லாம் ரொம்ப ஹாப்பி ஃபீலிங் தான். எங்கள் அம்மா ஹாப்பியாக ஃபீல் பண்ணுறதுக்கு லோக்கி அம்மாவுடைய கான்ட்ரிபியூஷன் தான் ரீசன். மேம் உங்களுக்கு எல்லாம் தெரியும், நான் பிஹெச்டி பண்ணுறபோது என்னுடைய வைவா கோர்ஸ் அப்பா நான் ரொம்ப பிரேக்டவாக இருந்தேன். அப்போது நீங்கள் வந்து எனக்கு எவ்வளோ சப்போர்ட் பண்ணி என்னுடைய வைவாவை ஃபினிஷ் பண்ணுறதுக்கு சப்போர்ட்டிவாக இருந்தீங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. அதுவும் இல்லாமல் நீங்கள் நேமுக்கு தான் என்னுடைய கோகை, பட் ஆக்சுவலி யூ ஆர் மை கிரேட் மாம், ஃப்ரெண்ட், சிஸ்டர், எவ்ரிதிங் டு மீ லைக் தட். எப்போ நான் உங்களுக்கு ஃபோன் பண்ணாலும் ஹாய் சன், ஹவ் யூ மை சன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி என் கூட நீங்கள் பேசி எனக்கு நல்லா ஃபுல் உற்சாகம் கொடுத்து எனக்கு நல்லா அப்ரிஷியேஷன் அண்ட் ஸோ அட்வைஸ் எல்லாம் பண்ணி எனக்கு சப்போர்ட்டிவாக இருந்தீங்க. என்னுடைய தீசிஸ் டைம், என்னுடைய பிஹெச்டி டைம் ஃபுல்லும் எனக்கு எப்போல்லாம் எனக்கு கைடன்ஸு அண்ட் ஆல்சோ ஈவன் ஃபினான்ஷியல் மாரல் சப்போர்ட் எல்லாருமே வந்து நீங்கள் ரொம்ப கான்ட்ரிபியூட் பண்ணுவீங்க. அண்ட் ஐ ஆம் வெரி வெரி ப்ரவுட் டு பி யுவர் ஸ்டூடெண்ட். இனிமேலும் பிஹெச்டி பண்ணுறவங்க எல்லாருக்கும் நான் வந்து அதுதான் சொல்லுவேன். என்னுடைய மேம் வந்து அந்த அளவுக்கு வந்து ஷீ இஸ் ஸோ ஈகோலெஸ் அப்படின்னு. அந்த மாதிரி கைடு இருந்தால் ரொம்ப அவங்க ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் எங்களுக்கு வந்து ரொம்ப ஹெல்ப்ஃபுல்லாகவும் they can do that PhD very peacefully. செல்ஃபியோட வந்து சிறிது வெயிட்டு தும்பிய பொருள் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. அந்த மாதிரி பிஹெச்டி டைமில் எப்போலாம் எனக்கு பசி எடுத்துக்கோ அப்போலாம் லஞ்ச் டயத்தில் உங்களுடைய சாப்பாடை லூட்டி பண்ணி சாப்பிட்ருக்கிறேன். இன்னும் பண்ணி என்னுடைய காலேஜு அதுக்கப்புறம் பர்சனல் திங்ஸ்க்கெலாம் நீங்கள் வந்து எனக்கு அட்வைஸ் பண்ணுறீங்க. எவ்ரிதிங் ஐ ஹேவ் டேக்கன் வெரி சீரியஸ்லி. நான் இப்போ என்ன பண்ணிட்டுருக்கேன் என்னுடைய.
Hello ma'am, hello everyone. This is Visarashi of 2017 batch. Happy to wish Lokeshwari ma'am a very peaceful and healthy family. Ma'am contributes so much time and effort to the students and the college, as we all know that. I want to thank you ma'am for taking me into your department, helping and guiding students without any hesitation. Thank you so much ma'am. May you have a happy and fulfilled retirement life. Thank you ma'am.
Hi ma'am, hope you're doing well. I actually miss this event that is happening back currently. I wish I should have been present, but I'm so sorry for not being there near you on this particular big day. express in words how much you motivated me when I am pursuing a master's as well as a PhD. You might be my favorite tutor I ever had, ma'am. Thank you for being there whenever I needed, whenever I felt low. Thank you so much, ma'am. Congratulations on your retirement. I'm heartily wishing you the best of health, happiness and success in your new journey in life. Once again, I'm wishing you a happy retirement.
Hello ma'am, Sharon here. Hope you are having a great day. I don't want to say lengthy stuff, but I simply want to thank you for all that you have been to all of us in the department. I remember those days when we used to have our genetic engineering classes with you in the first period. You would be in the class before all of us could even come ready with the slides. And those certain MCQ tests that you used to keep, however hard we study, we would hardly get marks. We used to score single-digit marks, and I could guarantee you, ma'am, you have made a significant contribution to each of our lives, and especially during my project days, I have learned many skill sets and orderliness from you. I still remember you used to make me sit, finish my work and let it leave, no matter what. Apart from academics, you have been very friendly and caring to each of us. I used to remember during my project days, I used to talk with ma'am and laugh and enjoy those moments. Even once you have taught me to take selfies, I will definitely cherish those moments, ma'am. And once again, thank you for all that you have done. And we know you will always be an asset wherever you go. You have been an inspiration to all of us in the department and a mentor we have always looked up to. You are so special to us, ma'am, and we will greatly miss you. Wish you the best of luck in all your future endeavors, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Along with those alumni, as one of the alumni, I have a small memory to share with ma'am here. Molecular biology used to be the first half for us, and I'm a latecomer. I used to come only at 8:15, 8:20. I was a latecomer. And one day when I entered the classroom at 8:25, I was just heading towards the last bench. Ma'am was like, "Hey Lavanya." I was just turning and I was thinking, okay, today I'm going to get black and blue from her for being late every day. And ma'am was like, "Hey, long time no see, where did you go?" So it was really a very wonderful moment, and that's when I decided, being a very sweet teacher, I should never be late to the class anymore. So after that, I was very punctual. And molecular biology, it was, we learned it from a teacher like her is a honor for us. Thank you so much, ma'am. And now with a warm heart, I request Professor T.S. Lokeshwari to share her emotions with us. And Dr. Solomon sir to felicitate her.
From all the faculties from the Department of Humanities, I don't know whether any of them are here. Yeah. One token of
all of you have to sit through a lot of Loki and Loki, right? I specifically told Benedict that I wanted to avoid it. And I know there are lots of students who still keep in touch with me, alumni who want to stay. Some of them are here in person. So I'm really very grateful to each one of the students. I don't know whether I really impacted their life or not, I'm not so sure. But I tried my best as a teacher. And my only request to all of you here, the teaching faculty, students who would be teachers, please continue the good trend of teaching. As a teacher, I think it's a privilege to duty for you to do the best for your student. Whether it is in disciplining them, whether it is in teaching them the right way to do things, or whether it is to go forward in life, or even guiding them in every way, you can always influence your students to the right path. It's a very noble profession. Don't worry whether the institution is recognizing it. The institution is giving you credit for it or not. It does not matter. Teaching is a noble profession. Not everybody gets a chance to teach. You have, I used to have, my former colleague, Mr. Tyagarajan, used to have a little Teachers' Day poster saying that you are creating so many careers and lives. I mean, I just thought it was very nice words that impacted me quite a lot. Only then I realized that as a teacher, there is something, you are creating the future. Therefore, don't worry about institution. Don't worry about petty cribs and this lacking, that. If you are a good teacher, you can always influence your students any which way. So, I didn't expect so many faculty. When I agreed with Benedict, it was only about biotech department. Suddenly it is sort of boomerang. And at this point of time, I want to specially say that there are 3 or 4 senior faculty also and my colleagues. One is Dr. Vikram Jain. He was actually in charge of biotech at the One Mile campus. After about 6 months, they gave me in charge when I first joined. He mentored me quite a lot. Professor T.K. Parthasarathy, when we wanted to introduce the biomedical program, twice over we had to have a lot of fight with the board of studies members to make it a 4-year program. I know how much Paul, Venkatchalam sir, and myself and my colleagues had to fight through to get that program in. Now he's doing a wonderful, he's doing really great. The program is really great. And that was the brainchild of TKP sir and Vikram Jain. I want to give credit to them. Part and parcel of that was Professor P.K. Raghunath. I actually sorely miss him today. It was very sad he had to step down during the COVID time when no gatherings were allowed. I think that way I am fortunate I lasted the COVID time and therefore I am having a large gathering, I suppose, I don't know. My very special thing is about Abhinand. We had to do a lot, even during the time of his admission into the MSc. At that time it was MSc Bioinformatics, only subsequently it became MSc Medical Bioinformatics program. So getting him to join the university, the one question I asked him, why did you choose Ramachandra? He said Ramachandra is accessible to a person who is differently abled. That really impacted me a lot. He could go anywhere he wanted in the campus using lifts or, in fact, the library elevator was built solely for Abhinand. So that is something, I don't think in any other university he could have got that. And I think our efforts, Solomon and myself, defended his admission to the program, and I'm so glad he went on. He had a standing ovation at his convocation. That is remarkable about this institution. So what institution does for you or gives you credit really does not matter. You have a glorious career as a teacher, and I'm sure all of you will take it seriously. And you see, we have students of different cadre. You cannot expect them all to fit the same glove or the same, or like our fingers in our hand are all different. We need to understand as teachers, we are old enough and mature enough to be be there. Not just if they don't study and they are adamant, I think we just like we cajole our kids, our own kids. Treat them like your own kids. Give them respect. That's most all they want is that. Even though they like this Soumya kid who was talking, very different kind of a kid, but highly creative, highly creative. So if I don't let her do it her way, I'm going to have a student who will spoil the entire class for me. I won't be able to teach that day. I'm sure of that. So those are the kinds of things as a teacher we need to assess and address and help the class to go very peacefully. So I don't know for the alumni and students here, if you think I have been very, very strict and disciplined, I think discipline is something that you certainly need in your lives. Okay? If you are unused to it, it's better that you start it off at some point in your life. And I want to especially thank Professor Charles, Professor Solomon Paul, and all the biomedical sciences, human genetics faculty, bioinformatics. Although you are now in engineering college, you are still part of biomedical sciences as far as we are concerned. So all of you have spent a lot of time and energy organizing this. I don't know whether I deserve it or I not, especially getting all the alumni on board and speaking about me. I just want to certainly let all of you know that I am very, very appreciative of every effort that you have made today. And I'm very glad. Actually, I didn't want this, but I think now in hindsight, I'm glad I was able to come. I only wish Raghu also we could felicitate him in the same way. Thank you all once more for everything, and I hope the rest, anytime you want to have advice, you want a shoulder to cry, my shoulder is there, please call me up. Please email me and tell me your troubles. If possible, I can give you solutions. I can try to give you some words of wisdom. Thank you so much for everything. God bless each one of you.
I think Armenian has made the maximum use of the facility which was created for them.
Yes.
Through bridges and a lot of other events.
Thank you, Abhinay, for showing us the way.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Manana.
The quality of an exemplary teacher is demonstrated by the willingness to set and maintain the highest standards for themselves and their students. Professor T.S. Lokeshwari has lived up to this quality. Being an exemplary teacher, she has not only enlightened her students, but has also empowered them. We are truly blessed to listen to your words, ma'am. Today is indeed a day to remember. And the theme today, the green leaves, everything denotes the love ma'am had for the plants and leaves. And is the love she had for plants and leaves is the love we have for her. And before concluding the event, we have small poem for a student.
Truly overwhelming to stand here. Truly humbled. If a person's success is measured by the degrees he is awarded or been awarded, I stand nowhere over there. But as being Loki Mam student, I'm truly happy that I am standing here. It's because of her. Like I took my PhD under her. I'm still doing it. But the thing is, it's not just the degree or anything. Like how she has mentored me throughout my life, in my personal life, I cannot express it in my words. Like during my PhD, I had a child, and he was diagnosed with autism, where I truly shattered and I was devastated. I could not continue my own life. I was like, the things that I couldn't even share with my parents, I was able to share with her, and she guided me really well. She took me to the right person along with my child, and I'm just happy for how he has come now in life. So every time, like, he used to mock me, Amma Miss Jeroen, why do you call me Amma Miss Jeroen? Like, you showed me your Miss now. So I'm calling you Amma Miss. The child, like, he is not like over to his age, but still, the way he has come, like, she used to keep on asking me the development of his knowledge and everything. So I'm really thankful. I may not be like up to the part like where you have expected me to come, but I'm really happy I met you, ma'am, in my life. I hope to do the justice in some way throughout my life. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Loki Mam. Thank you for everything you have done for us. To conclude the event, I invite Dr. Mary Elizabeth Nanabar, Associate Professor, Department of Biotechnology.
So thank you all for joining us. Thank you, ma'am. You've been a source of guidance and support to all of us, and we wish you a very good life ahead with a lot of opportunities and time and space for your family life as well. So we also thank, on behalf of the organizing team, I thank the people who have come via GME to talk about ma'am, and the people who are watching this live via YouTube. Lunch is served in the 3rd floor of this block. We request you and we invite you to join for that. And we also request you to come for a group photo shoot now. Thank you all very much.
No. பண்ணும் இருக்குங்க ஃபோட்டோஸ் எடுக்கணும் இல்லை இல்லை ஷேடோ உள்ளது சார் ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೋರ್ಸಿಗೆ ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್
தெரியுமா தெரியாதா தெரியும் இந்த மாதிரி அழகா இருக்குதா
இங்க ஆன் பண்றோம் அவ்வளவுதானா
சார் ஃபோட்டோ போங்க
சார் ஃபுல்லா மட்டும்தான் போலாம்
சார் Kevin.
Lokeshwari's daughter to the gathering.
ஃபோட்டோடா
Next life, new life.
நான் ஃபோட்டோ எடுத்துடுறாடா, அப்புறமா நீ வீடியோ எடுத்து. எம்எஸ்டிடா அம்மா எங்கடா போறது?
கொஞ்சம் லைட் இருந்தாலும் பரவாயில்ல.
அந்த இதுக்காக
நான் பிடிக்கிறேன், நீ இப்போ உள்ளே போ. பரவாயில்ல, போடா போடா போடா. இது லைவ்.
சென்டரில் ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணிக்கோங்க சார், அப்போ தான் மேம் முகத்தை ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணுங்க. போதும் பேசலாம். எஸ் சார். வரும் சார், நீங்கள் அடிங்க.
மேம் பேசி மேடம்
எடுத்துக்கலாம் மேம் கிட்ட மேம் தனியாக பேசுவோம் சொல்ல வச்சுருக்கேன் மாற்றுக்கோங்க. Kevin. எடுத்துக்கிறா
நிறைய எடுக்கிறா போட்டோ
முடிஞ்சிச்சுன்னா அதோட முடிஞ்சணும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். எக்ஸ்பிரஷனாக இது பண்ணேன்.
என்னது மேம்?
ஏதாவது கேட்கணுமான்னு கேட்டேன்.
லைவ் ஸ்டாப் பண்ணிடுறேன். லாஸ்ட் ட்ரை எடுத்து ஸ்டாப் பண்ணி no problem. Stop it. Zoom பண்ணி இல்லை இன்னும் zoom பண்ணி பேசுவேன்.